Hello again, my friends. This is the boy and his dog, and welcome to another edition of Ever Thoughts, the show where I talk about my thoughts on all things Evercade. Clues in the title. Wow, I thought if I left it a few, there would be a whole episode's worth of stuff to talk about, and oh my Mila, did the wait pay off. This is a bit late though, this is going to be a Friday, but you know how I am. So in today's episode we will be talking about the new wireless analog controller, the new Doom announcement. We've got 3 new trailers to look at, 2 for upcoming collections and a Super Pocket Rare Edition. And the 2 latest releases, the Taito Arcade 3 and the Turrican collection. Oh, and some rather spanky socks. And we'll be playing the games on the new carts and seeing what we think in our first impression section. So a lot to get through, we better get started. Now, I've wanted an official Evercade analog controller ever since they made third-party controllers compatible. I know many will prefer the third-party options, but there's just something about using all official hardware and accessories, isn't there? So I'm so happy for this, and I would have been fine with wired. So to go the extra mile, be analog and wireless, it does make you wonder. We have had a few PS1 and N64 games. Does this mean we are getting a lot more to make the controller worth it? I'd like to think so. And now there's an official controller with 2 sticks. Please shower us with twin stick shooters. And BTW Xeno Crisis is calling. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. Yeah. Right, and so we got a Doom trailer. Well, is it really a trailer? It wasn't much, was it? But it was enough to let us know it's coming. So we don't have much information on this, but they seem to be making a big deal out of it, so that makes me think it's not just a couple of Doom games thrown on a cart. This is going to be native at least, and I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of remaster like they did with the first 2 Duke Nukem games. I'm definitely interested to find out what that's all about. Right, next up we're going to look at the 2 new trailers. So there's Activision Collection 2. Now there are 15 games in this collection: a Pitfall 2, a River Raid 2, a Boxing, Checkers, Cosmic Commuter, Dragster, Hero, Moonsweeper, Oink, Plug Attack, Robot Tank, Sequest, Skiing, Spider Fighter and Stampede. I of course know Pitfall 2, River Raid 2 and Skiing, but the rest are pretty much new to me, and if this collection is anything like the first one we got, I know I'm going to love it, as I become addicted to a lot of the games on that cart. On here, the ones I'm most interested in playing, just from the trailer, are of course Pitfall 2 and River Raid 2. Boxing looks like it could either be fun or a nightmare. Cosmic Commuter looks to be a fun shooter, and Hero looks very intriguing, and Tank Robot just looks cool. And then on to the second trailer, and it is Mega Cat Studio Collection 3. Now that's a blast from the past, isn't it? There are 10 games in this collection: Flap Happy, Gravibots, Gumball in Trick or Treat Land, Gunter, Kazoo, Machine Cave, Playuk, don't know how you pronounce that, Rocket Panda, Super Fanga and The Meeting. Hey, at least we've got some indie, even if there's no indie heroes and no new news yet if we are getting the indie game of the month. So if it's back, this collection does look interesting, a great variety I must admit. Just from the trailer, I'm most interested in Rocket Panda, Flap Happy, a Game Boy looking Kazoo and Top Down Shenanigan Super Fanga. But they could all be awesome. That's what's so great about indie collections, filled with games I haven't heard of. It's always a fun surprise. And then a complete surprise announcement, a rare edition Super Pocket with some games from the rare cart. But more interestingly, some games that weren't, meaning another cart must be down the line. Definitely with one of these games in mind, but will we have to wait long? So the full list of included games is Jetpack, Lunar Jetman, Attic Attack, Night Law, Gunfight, Slalom, Cobra Triangle, Snake Rattle and Roll, Solar Jetman, Battletoads in Battle Maniacs, Conker's Pocket Tales, RC Pro-Am 2 and Banjo Kazooie. I'm of course most excited about RC Pro-Am 2, I ain't lying, fucking hell. Oh yeah, and of course there's Banjo Kazooie. Now there's no way they won't release this for the VS at some point, you know what I'm saying, with a game like that. I have to get this while I wait though. I do love the design on the Super Pocket, I can't lie. It's mad we're even getting an ultimate play the game themed handheld device in 2025. Who'da thunk it? Right, next up let's have a look at the 2 new collections that released this week. Right, so first up is the Taito Arcade 3, and that did of course come along with the Turrican collection. Oh, look how shiny they are. I do love the covers for these two, but I do like the other Turrican cover, but we'll get to that in a minute. And of course, if you've got it with fun stock, you get some groovy socks. I do like these, a little bit stripy. We've got old Caddy on there. When are we going to get a game starring Caddy? You know what I mean? There should have been a whole series by now, exclusive to Evercade. You know what I'm saying? It could be built into the machines, you know, like the old days. Anyway, this is the Taito Arcade 3. Let's look a bit closer at the cover. It's so good to finally have this game in it. Just saying. So let's have a look on the back on the game list. So we've got Kadash, Camel Try, Crazy Balloon, Football Chat, Balloon Rescue, Puzzle Bobble Quicks, The Fairyland Story, and Zookeeper. And look at the top there. There's my babe finally. Puzzle Bobble. There's Kadash. Right, we'll have a look at the little old car in there. I do love the colour for this one. Yeah, I know it's pink. Sometimes pink is cool though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 21. Arcade 21. Mental, isn't it? Right, and of course we get a nice instruction, but they are getting a bit more chunky. If you remember back in the day, they weren't that detailed, but they're definitely better nowadays, aren't they? I mean, it was always cool, because like modern games, you don't get it. But look, this is more important. Yeah, look, so this is on one side, it's a Kadash, is that how you say it? Poster, but this is more important on the other. They know the most important game on here. Lovely. That's going up on the wall with all the other posters. And then the second collection is the Turrican collection with 8 games and 2 bonuses. So they're not including them last 2 as games. So we got Turrican, Turrican 2 Final Fight, Turrican 3, Super Turrican Director's Cut, Super Turrican 2, Super Turrican Score Attack, Mega Turrican Director's Cut, and Mega Turrican Score Attack. Let's have a look at the little karty cart. Ooh la la. We like that. And so like, yeah, the cover's cool, but we've got 2 sides to this poster. One side is the cover, and one side is that. Look at that. That is a bit gorgeous, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I know you can't see all of it. And yeah, there's the other side too. I mean, that's alright, but I like that side. Okay, there's the old instructions, and again these are quite good because there's less games. Obviously the less games you get in the collection, the chunkier they are. So there they are, the 2 new collections. Have you got either of these 2? We will in a second go in and have a look at each of the games. Oh, and of course we cannot forget the socks. Awesome. So first up is Kadash, and it seems quite cool. I only had time to try the warrior, but you have the choice of 4 characters and some RPG type elements. You can wander around villages, talking to people, buying stuff in shops, adventuring to caves to fight enemies and gather money. From what I saw, it looked a lot of fun. And next is Camel Tree, I don't know how to pronounce it, and it is the game I played years ago. I thought it might be, and I have played other similar games where you control the world, not the ball. It's so much fun and so addictive. I only tried the training stages here as they are more basic, but it's such a fun game to keep going back to try one more time on each stage. Can't wait to get stuck into this, and this is a perfect fit for the EXP. Hopefully you can change the controls for the shoulder buttons. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? And then we've got Crazy Balloon. Now this is miles more fun and addictive. I keep saying that word, don't I? Both them words. Then it first appeared. All you have to do is get your balloon to the end of the stage. And it makes me jump every time the bloody balloon pops, honestly. It's very basic looking, but I'm going to say the word again. It's really addictive to keep trying, and it's a lot of fun. And the balloon like sways left and right constantly, so you got to take that into account, and then bits start moving in the stage. Yeah, it's awesome. This would be really good on the Super Pocket. It's already on the Super Pocket anyway though, but you can have it on the XP. I haven't tried it on the obviously on the Alpha yet, because this is my first go. But I can't wait to try all these out in the Alpha. And next up is the Fairyland story. This was on the Super Pocket. It's another single screen illumination game, and I will say it's one of the weaker ones, but it's still this type, so I'll still battle through it to the end because I do like these games. It's great. I have such a huge selection now, if I'm honest. And next is Football Champ. Yeah, there's a football game. This is the football game. Yay! Moving on. And next we have Lunar Escape. Lunar Rescue. I don't know where the escape came from. I was trying to escape from the football. So this is quite a groovy game, it seems so far. Avoid the asteroid and land to collect a survivor. Then shoot your way to the mothership and repeat. This is a great little title. It may get boring eventually, I don't know, but it didn't while I was playing. I can't wait to play this on the Super Pocket or the XP. It's cool. Look at the little man running along. How can you not love this? It like mixes all the cool things into one. You know what I'm saying? And here we are, Puzzle Bobble, finally it's mine, on cart, physically. Oh yes, it's mine. I was so close to buying the Taito Alpha cabinet. I still may eventually. But for now, for today, I do not need to. I've been playing this game so much and only ran out of time to do this video. Well, it was going to be released the other day, if I'm honest. But just look at it. And look how shit I am right now. All I had to do was get the green one up there. But no. Oh, it's just brilliant. The arguments me and my sister used to have playing this game when we were young. Well, it was Bust a Move, to be fair, the version. Look at that. And next is Quicks. Now I love these types of games. I think this was the first iteration, wasn't it? So much fun and such unique for the time, but simple premise. It never gets old. This doesn't have all like the power-ups and the shooting like the other ones, but you don't need it. Just easy to pick up. Gets trickier the further you go. Love it. And finally we have Zookeeper. Now I'm sure I played this before, years ago, I don't know. Anyway, oh my Mila help me, how many addictive games are on this cart? Another simple game that grabs you. But yeah, I'm sure I used to have this thing on an older compilation, or a variation on it at least. I don't know, but great little game. But I am shit when we get to the platform sections, I won't lie. Just how satisfying it is building them walls. Oh look now, prepare for shitter platforming, Steve. What is that? Don't know what I'm trying to do there. Right, and the second collection is the Turrican collection. Now I decided to try out these games in release order to try and make sense of them all and how the series developed over time. So the order I played was Turrican, Turrican 2, Super Turrican, Turrican 3, Mega Turrican, Super Turrican 2, Super Turrican Director's Cut, Mega Turrican Director's Cut, Super Turrican Score Attack, Mega Turrican Score Attack. Now, I'm not going to talk about each game for now, as there are a lot of similarities between these versions, but they are different enough. The general gameplay for me is a lot of fun. I love the secondary weapon. You can fly around the screen with fun enough level design from what I've played. Now, Super Turrican seems like the most accessible from the off and the more streamlined of the versions I've played. And although through I've loved the soundtrack, I don't think a single game lets us down in that department here. But I'm mostly interested in the director's cuts to see how the games are different. Of course, I didn't play far enough into the two games, and I haven't played the older versions enough yet to be able to appreciate all the differences and extensions to the levels, so that'll be a fun thing to dig into further when I get into it. And I also love the idea of the score attack mini games, something much shorter that you can jump back into again and again, less to memorise and more fun to try and perfect. I can see how some would find this collection very samey, like you're just playing variations of the same thing over and over. But I love seeing the evolution between the different games as time's passed. It's great we've got it all in one place. I will see how I feel by the time we reach the ranking video, but I guess by then I'll learn which of these is my favourite version of Turrican overall. So, for the collections coming, I'm most excited for the Activision 2 collection at the moment, only because I love the first collection so much, but I know how indie games can sneak up on you and grab you by the unmentionables, so I'm fully expecting to end up loving that one more. I can't wait for the rare Super Pocket, and I'm excited for a second rare collection coming at some point. As for the two new collections today, well, from the other day, it's a bit late. Turrican is a very interesting collection, but I'm glad I've got Taito to jump to and from, otherwise it could get a bit repetitive. And of course I'm happy I finally got physical Puzzle Bobble, but I'm surprisingly just as eager to jump back into the balloon game and the one where you control the world, not the ball. I can't wait to dig into these carts deeper for the review and ranking. But what about you guys? Did you buy either of these collections? If so, what are your initial thoughts, and what are your thoughts on any of the upcoming releases? Activision Collection 2 and Mega Cat Studio Collection 3, the Super Pocket Rare Edition, Doom, or the new Analog Wireless controller? Are you going to get the controller? And do you think the controller is a sign of big things to come, or just for the things we already and continue to have? As always, let me know in the comments below. And if you've made it here to the end of the video, thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. But you know, in the end, I'm just chuffed you poked your head in for a goosey gander. As always, I hope the day has been as awesome as you all are, my friends. And until next time, be seeing you.